today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
To number 89.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
At the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Ballard. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Ballard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Titan.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Burrow's pass.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
The ball carried by the running back.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
On 2nd down now, it's Ballard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Burrow's pass intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a 4-yard loss. Really sets him back now for 2nd down. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Right back to him on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
We did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Off the play fake. Fernandez. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Being chased out left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And a little floater there is incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Operating from the gun, Fernandez. That's to his running back, complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
11 yards there, 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. Finally brought down at the 43. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. A touchdown there for Big Eddie Lacy. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they trail the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to the half. The Bucs looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Saints trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that first half. For the call of the second half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Fernandez. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Operating from the gun, Fernandez. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fowler, and very little room room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
At their own.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
36 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
35-yard line.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
That is caught at the 7. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Back to throw. Fernandez. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ballard, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ballard. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Knight. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Again, it's Burrow into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. Look at the big man rumble. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And Burrow going to throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Knight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Tennessee Titan.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
The Titans
from a yard out. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. So they will get on the score. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
There's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops around.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it, but yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
To number 88. Touchdown, Seattle.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. From the gun on third down is Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up.
So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Seahawks, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.